sensitive? Why everybody so sensitive? Does anybody even give? We feeling babies up with medicine. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, ooh, sipping on juice, sitting in the coupe, thinking about school, thinking about you. Come through, sniffing on blue.
What's up, what's up, what's up? I am your host, Lady of the Hour at Wifey Things, and this is 600 Seconds with HYLO Art. I want you guys to give a round of applause to Cordaro Starling,
AKA C-Star. I'm gonna help you out, girl.
I was getting there.
You good, girl.
Now, Cordaro Starling, aka C-Star, is an author, artist, editor, and media personality. Now, before I ask you to tell me a little bit about yourself, I got a question.
Yes.
Now, before I did this interview, I used to see you bouncing around here with your tailored outfits on. Like literally, your hand rise, that crease don't leave that wrist. So I was curious, do you tailor your outfits? They look good. You look sharp.
No, I don't think that this is tailored. I get them, I'm now getting them tailored. They pretty fit on me now. Like I make sure the 33, 32 with the pants. I get slim fit now.
Okay.
That's a good size for me now, slim fit. So that's why they always look.
Okay.
They look like they tailored, but it's slim fit
They
for
look
me.
really good. You got the crease from the waist to the ankle. I was like,
yeah,
dang, nigga, it's
thank you.
dapper.
I
They're
just
like
put these.
19
I just
fucking
put these
socks.
shoes. It's my first time wearing these shoes. It's my first time.
You put some thought into that. I like it.
Well, I done had these for years, and I found them, so I said, let me put them on.
Okay, that's what's up. Now you know I'm digging your style. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Now tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Cordaro, aka C-Star. I actually work for this wonderful organization, this company, HYLO Art. I'm an author, media personality. Like I said, I'm a photographer as well. If you see my banner, got my banner in the back there as well. Got my book and got my my photography information as well, my website as well when it comes to my photography. So I just like to keep my hands in a lot of things so I can stay busy. That's basically me. I'm a husband. I'm a father of 3. So, yeah, I'm just a regular dude.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about your mixtape series, the Volume 1 stimulus package.
Yes, it's this right here. This right here. This is my baby, man. This is my first release. Of course, like I said, it's called the mixtape series, Volume 1 stimulus package. I'm big into music. I'm big into hip hop, and I treated this book as if it was a mixtape. When it comes to mixtapes, that lets you know about an artist. You don't get full-length songs. You might get something that's like a minute or 2, just to give you a taste of what is to come. So I put that same algorithm into this book, and it's basically 4 short stories, 4 different short stories in this one book, just to give you a little taste, to actually give you the stimulate. To stimulate your mind, to stimulate the buzz of what I can do. So that's why it's called a stimulus package. And I started writing it right around the time we got the first stimulus package. So that's why the name, it just dropped in June of this year. So I just treated it like it was a mixtape. I'm giving you a little something that's going to make you want more, to say, listen, either I want a part 2 of this mixtape or I want a full length. And I treated that the same way with the book. So that's why it's called a mixtape. But it's 4 different stories. First story is Confused Man, basically about a dude that he's undercover. He got a lot of things going on, but he's an undercover person. We got Russian Roulette. I can't even tell you about Russian Roulette without spoiling it, but it's basically about a young lady that's working in a brothel. And then we got Daddy's Little Girl, which is about a corrupt female cop. And we got Family Seekers, which is a young lady dealing with addiction, and she has to sit around with her family to speak about her addiction. So like I said, it's 4 short stories in one book. So
I love it. Now, do those stories intertwine with one another?
No,
or are they separate stories?
They're all separate stories, but there is in Daddy's Little Girl that bring in a couple characters that are in the full-length project that I'm working on. So the name would get brought up, but these are all separate entities.
Now you call it a mixtape. Is there an audiobook to this mixtape, or?
I'm working on the actual audiobook version of this, but I'm also working on a actual mixtape based on each of these stories.
I like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
nice.
So
That's
you're gonna see
nice.
something. You're gonna see
Okay.
something nice with that.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. Now, what challenges did you face when creating your book?
With this book, the challenges that I had was deciding what I wanted, how I wanted to do it. Like I said, I wanted it to be like a mixtape. So I wanted to give you the meat of everything. I'm not, when you read these stories, I'm not going big into who the characters are. I'm not telling you this character has long purple hair, long finger. I'm not telling you their complexion. I'm really keeping it real basic, but I'm giving you the meat of the story.
Very vague. Very vague,
But
yeah.
it jumps right into it. There ain't no setup. That's why I call it, like I said, a mixtape. I'm giving you that meat. I'm giving you that But it's so good that you want the vegetables, the potatoes, the dessert that should be coming with it. The meat is so good, you want all the extra stuff. You start asking me, you're gonna ask questions like, well, why? Who is this? Where this come from? That's right. It makes you want. You're gonna want more. I'm gonna stimulate that want for more. So yeah.
It sort of feels like by you leaving out those major details, you're allowed to sort of use your imagination a little bit.
Exactly,
more and
yeah.
create the character in your own
exactly.
way.
You can. You're creating a character. Like when I tell you about the person that confused men, you get to create. You can make him light skinned. You can make him dark skinned. He can have dreads. He can have glasses. You can make his physique however you want to. I'm just giving you the actions. I'm giving you what's going on, but you create everything else around you.
I like it. That's
It's a
cool.
good premise.
Just to add some things to your senses.
And it's different.
Yeah.
I've yet to see someone do something like this. So I'm the first. I'm an innovator, if you ask
Okay
me.
then. Okay, I can't wait to
Yes.
check that out. Now, word association. We play a little
I
game
know-
called word
yeah,
association.
I know a little bit about it.
Okay. And so, of course, I give you the word, or
Okay.
the phrase, and you let me know what it's making you feel like.
Okay.
All right. So, Dirt Road Boys.
Dirt Road Boys is the full-length novel that I'm working on. I started working on Dirt Road Boys before this even came about. But as I got further into Dirt Road Boys, I said if I drop this, it's not going to stimulate the economy how I want it. It's not going to build that buzz. So I came out with this first. But Dirt Road Boys is a story loosely based on me and my family, my brothers. It's a crazy story, but it's about how I grew up. It's about three triplets that grew up in different households. So for me, my brothers and my sisters, we all grew up in different households. I grew up with my parents, my mother and my father. My brother, he grew up with his paternal grandparents, and our older sister grew up with our maternal grandmother. So I based that on Dirt Road Boys. It's basically, like I said, we triplets, but we all in different households. So, we all got different ways of how we think and different upbringings, because some people, two of them are raised by their grandparents, the other one by our parents. So you're going to see the difference in how they go about things, but you're going to also see how much they're similar because they triplets. It's like, you may have a twin that you never grew up with, but y'all do so many things alike, you never know. And that's what it's about. Just the trials and tribulations, just what I went through as well, but I just making it to more of a fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it got a little bit of touch of you inside.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. Oh, it's a lot of me inside of it. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people in my life who are portrayed in that novel.
So you said you were a triplet? You're triplets.
I'm not triplet. I'm not
Okay,
triplet.
but
But
in the story-
I made the
Okay.
character triplets.
Okay,
but yeah.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's real cool. And the next phrase is Axis Magazine.
Axis Magazine is a magazine that I'm a part of. I'm so proud of it. This year, we did 3 issues. We had Beezy Baby on, I think, our 2nd issue. Then we took a little break, but we coming back out in January. And it's going to be totally different, like this January issue, because I basically took in the reins of it. This magazine is going to be the essence of me. I love to be in to be writing. So I'm writing it, I'm formatting it. I just got a young lady helping me design it. So we drop it in January, which is going to be the issues about nonprofit organizations. And we got some good, like a big community. She comes here all the time. She's going to be in it. We got a lot of local people, a lot of people from out of state that submitted to the magazine, but it's a Columbia-based magazine. First issue coming out, next issue coming out in January. So I'm overly proud of it because I put a lot of work now that I'm taking the reins over it. So yeah.
So this is gonna be like a paperback magazine you can find in the stores, or is it gonna be digital?
Well, you're gonna have to order it off of like I think we're doing it off of Mad Cloud.
Okay.
So yeah, you're gonna have to order it off there. But everything you can get once you pay, basically you pay a certain price, you're gonna get the digital and you get the paper copy. So yeah. It's dope. I wish I would have brought a copy with me, but it's a dope magazine. It's a good magazine.
I can see it.
Yeah,
see it.
it's a good magazine.
Now we're gonna take a question from the audience.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, and the pressure that comes with me following up this book is that people that already read it, they already want more. Everybody is waiting for the part 2. But I haven't pushed it out. I haven't marketed it to its full potential yet. Everybody that has read this book and say, hey, follow up. Because every story is it ends with a cliffhanger. Every story, I drop you. So you're just like, okay, what happened? What's gonna happen next? Every story. So the biggest thing is to keep that going on. Keep that follow up. And then the way I'm gonna do it is that I'm only gonna take 2 of these stories and follow up on them. And I'm gonna create 2 new stories. So I plan to do this in an installment of 3. So we got stimulus package 2, and I think the next one is gonna be tax season. The last one gonna be tax season. So I'm gonna do it like that. But that's what I feel like. People really love the story and they want a part 2. So it's just the pressure of they want it now, but they gotta wait.
It's not like it could be a movie.
The way you when you read it, they can be a little short. I want to make them into short films, and they don't have to be no longer than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, but short films to get you.
It don't take that long to tell
R.
a story.
Kelly trapped in the closet.
I like it.
Perfect example. How he had the little mini joint, part 1, part 2, just as simple as that. So I'm looking to adapt it into that.
Okay. Fiction or nonfiction? What's your all-time favorite?
You know, a lot of people been talking about I like the balance of both. I'm a big fiction person because I like to create. I like to read about stories and for them to bring me into that fantasy, into that world. Because I read some things, like I said, you know, a lot of the authors that I do read, you know, they put me in that thing. But I love nonfiction because I like to read on people. Like I got Rick Ross, Malcolm X, Gucci Mane. I just got Will Smith book. So I read a lot of those type of nonfiction. I got T.D. Jakes. I read a lot of those nonfiction, but I'm big on fiction because I like to create imagery. So I'm big on fiction. So
a little balance between both.
Yeah, and my all-time favorite books would be probably be the Cartel series by Jaquarius Coleman and Ashley Antoinette. I like K1, his whole Animal series. Carl Weber, I hope I'm saying it right, but he has Family Business. He adapted that to a show. But those are Sean Sinclair, he's from South Carolina. He's great too. So those are like, but all time probably would be the Cartel series. That's a dope series.
Okay. Now, if you could work with any or with one creative, dead or alive, who would it be?
I actually had the opportunity. To work with Sean Sinclair, who I'm talking about. But I turned him down, and it's crazy why I turned him down. But I turned him down to work with him just because I wanted the creative rights of what I wanted to do. I would love to still work with him, but everybody like they've been saying Tyler Perry, of course, but it's a guy Demigod from Augusta. CTC Films and stuff. I would love to work with them because he creates a lot of movies. He does music, but he's a person that I would love to collab with because, you know, I like his movement. Dust House, I want to work with Dust House. I would love to be an actor or to even get them to adapt some of my things. So I've been following Dust House and like I said, CTC United. I think it's CTC United. I would love to work with them as well. That's just some local people that I would love to work with.
Now, what kind of advice do you have for anyone who's wanting to become a writer?
Anybody that wants to be an author or is writing a book, I would say complete it. Dirt Road Boyz been started. Ben had the ideal and everything, but it was taking me forever to complete. But then this idea came along, and I said, all right, once I started, like a couple of these stories I wrote in a day. I got in my zone, I got in my personal space, and I just sat there, got right, and I just wrote. and it just all came to me. So once I completed it, I was just like, now I got to complete it. I got to do something with it. And that was my big thing. Once I had the product, now I got to put it out there.
But the battle was won. Yeah, I just need to let everybody know that it's alive.
Yes, I had the product. So once I had the product, I just had to distribute it. That was it.
Okay, then. Any final shout-outs?
Final shout-outs, of course, will be my team, HYLO Art. Big head back there. But shout out to my team, man. Shout out to everybody that came out today. I got to give a big shout out to Bugsy, man. You can't get that guy out. But he did it. He did it for the love that he had for me, man. So I gotta respect that. Everybody that came for this that came on today and showed support, because if you don't know, Duke handles everything. Duke does everything for HYLO every week. Duke sets up the people, sets up the questions, and he gave me the ability to take over. This is almost like my mini takeover. I told him, listen, I want to do something for the authors, for the poets, and he said, all right. And I don't even think he knew I was going to go as far as I went. Like, I went out and got everybody who I wanted on the show. Everybody I went and got myself. And I just appreciate everybody for saying that they wanted to be a part of it. And that was,
go big or go home.
I got to thank them all. Of course, thank God, my family, my wife, everyone that supports me. But I just thank you all just for coming out and just showing the support and making this a success for me, because I feel great. Like this is like another accomplishment for me. So I gotta thank you.
It,
I gotta thank you for coming on. I gotta thank you for coming on and being a guest.
I see you run around,
yeah, but you took a lot of pressure off from me. You took a lot of pressure off from me. I didn't have to do everybody, and I didn't have to do myself. So you made it even easier. So I appreciate you.
It's an honor. I'm grateful.
Yes.
You guys, let me get a round of applause for Coردaro Starling.
Yeah.
Y'all. Woo, 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 woo.
I'm going to read the introduction to Family Secrets, and I'm going to do a little poem. I just actually started writing the poem. It's an erotic one, so I'm trying to get into that lane. But I'm going to read the introduction to Family Secrets. Introduction, okay. I want to thank everyone for taking the time out of their schedule to come together for Eve. Eve has made the choice to have a sit down with you all to talk about her addiction problem. Her weekly therapy sessions have gotten us to what we like to call the intervention stage. At this stage, we will now bring you all into the conversation. Once again, I want to thank you all for being here and supporting her through yet another stage of her recovery. Eve has been battling this addiction for quite some time, and as we all know, and from what she has expressed to me, she is ready to give it up. She understands how her addiction is affecting her relationship with you all, and she wants to make amends. I'm not going to take up a bunch of your time, because I want everyone to be able to express all they need to. But before I let the first person speak, Eve wanted me to reiterate that she wants you all to be honest with her. She wants the reality of it all to be expressed to her, because at the end of this meeting, the truth of her past demons will be brought to the light. You all will speak with peace, and Eve will be the last one to speak once it's all said and done. With that, Eve, are you ready for this meeting to begin? Eve looked at the faces of her family as they all stared at her, waiting for her response. Was she truly ready to hear what they had to say to her? Was she ready to face the reality of the damage that she calls her family? She looked to Dr. Roberts, who nodded slowly, giving her a reassuring smile. This part of her recovery was crucial, because in order for her to relinquish herself of her past demons, she needed to confront them from all angles and get to the root of the problem. She took one final look at her family and addressed everyone in the room. I am ready for this meeting to begin, but before we start, I must say what Dr. Roberts stated. Please be truthful in your feelings about my addiction and about me in general. I have held it so much for so long that I'm tired of it all. The lies, the secrets are heavy burdens on my spirit, and I cannot become the person I know I can be unless these burdens are lifted. Do not hold back your emotions, bite your tongue, or leave anything unsaid, because after this meeting, I am going away to Arizona to continue with my rehabilitation. Going there will give me clarity and will be tremendous help. So Dr. Roberts, we can begin. Thank you, Eve. Who would like to start? Dr. Roberts, I would like to start off if no one has any issues. All parties in the room shook their heads. All right, then, we will start with Mama Evelyn. And that's the introduction where they're going to Mama Evelyn. We're going to talk about I want to do this here for the, I guess I'm trying to get one for my poetry. I started this erotic poem. Let's go! Hopefully y'all like this. It's a good story. I do poetry, but this is my first erotic song. Fire. This is called Forbidden. Yes, sir. Ladies, would you have sex with me? Probably not once you see this ring. But what if I tell you I'm 7 3/4 long and 8 when I shave? Would that be a bargain chip to persuade you to let me slide inside the thighs for a slice of the devil's pie? But wait, I know. This ring on my finger symbolizes many things. Love, commitment, a lifestyle judging by some of y'all fingers y'all ain't never seen. But still imagine, sheets made of satin, clothes attracting, me adding what I got to what you have. Now you do the math and I promise it will produce a soul-touching feeling at your root. But shit, you ain't gotta believe me, my wife is the proof. My ex will say I'm the best, the one before her will say I'm the best thing made of flesh. And the one before her will say that I'm a wave, meaning I'm gonna continue with satisfaction until we finally crash. But y'all let me stop, cause I'm forbidden. And let's go!
Yeah, you can wait for me. I could get it together, try to get my together. You can wait for me. I could get it together, go find you one better. A serious